Hey y'all, so this is going to be an intro to a mini series for Thanksgiving staple recipes. Today we're making sweet potato pie. This is a really easy, simple recipe, straightforward and good for beginners. These are all the ingredients that I'm going to use, and I'll list them by measurements on the screen as well as in the description box. All this stuff I think you should probably already have in your cabinet, and if you don't make your crust by hand, just go ahead and get something out the freezer section. So I'm starting out with 2 pretty good sized sweet potatoes. I find that the redder they are, the more sweet they are. You're going to roast those in the oven for about 50 minutes to an hour, depending on your oven. Roasting is just going to bring out the sweetness in the potato. I like to par bake my pie. So I'm just going to get the pie, stick some holes in it, and stick it in the oven for about 10 minutes. Once those potatoes come out the oven, you should be able to slide the fork straight through. Let them cool down so that you can handle them, and then, just peel them and dump them. These 2 big potatoes pretty much made me about 3 to 4 cups of filling. So I'm just peeling them, and then I'll put them off into this bowl, and then I'll go ahead and get my hand mixer. If you don't have a hand mixer, just use a potato whisker. Use whatever you have, but I'm using a hand mixer. And you can see how it's still hot. You can see the steam coming off of it. I'm just going to get those mashed down really well. The thing that you want to make sure is to get the strings out of the potatoes. So I'm going to pull up the whisk so you can see it, the strings that I'm talking about. Just keep beating it until you get it well mixed. Now these are the strings that I'm talking about. Once you see the strings, you can pretty much just take the whisk and rinse them off under the water, and then just come back and dry them off. I say do this about 2 or 3 times, or until you see minimum strings. So after I was satisfied with where the strings were, I went in with my 1 stick of salted butter. I use salted because salted is just better to me. But anyways, use what you like. Always taste as you go as well with anything, because you want that thing to be good and sweet. I'm going to use a tablespoon of vanilla and a little extra, because you're supposed to use a little extra vanilla. 1 cup of sugar and about a 1/2 cup of brown sugar. Always taste as you go. I'm going to say that throughout this video, because if it's not sweet enough, you don't want a bland pie. So just keep tasting as you go. I always taste before I put the egg yolk in it. So I went in with a tablespoon of cinnamon, and then about 1 teaspoon of nutmeg. I know people use allspice and ginger. I didn't grow up on that. I just grew up using the nutmeg and cinnamon, so that's what I do. You make your pie how you like your pie. It's never enough cinnamon really though, so just make it how you like it. I know everybody grew up a different way of doing things. Also, I usually use Pet's milk, but my store was out of it, so I just got this can of the Great Value evaporated milk. I use the whole can. Usually the whole can will equal out to about 1 cup or 1.5 cup. But just make sure you mix that in really well, get everything incorporated, and just keep mixing. Taste it as you go. See right here, I'm about to taste it, and I figured that it's not sweet enough. So I went in with some more of everything, really. I went in with some more cinnamon, some more nutmeg. Also added about an additional 1/2 cup of sugar, of the white sugar, and then maybe like a 1/2 cup or a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. Get that well mixed in. Right here, I figured that is good, so I went ahead and added my 2 eggs. Make sure those eggs are really mixed in well, and then I'm gonna go ahead, you see, and pour in my batter. So I par baked the pie crust, and you see it's not done at all, but it's just right for how I want to do my pie. I'm gonna go ahead and pour the batter, smooth out the texture, and y'all see this is what we come out with. Make sure you let your pie cool. I like mine overnight, so I eat mine the next day, and it's delicious. You can add whipped cream on top or do what you do. Thank you for watching.